Alright guys, we're back with a banger of a video. Today we got something a little different. We've got burgers in a can. This is something I've never had before. As a South African, this is a bit foreign to me, but I believe these have been around in the UK for a long time. But I'm keen to check them out. As I said, I've never had burgers in a can. They do sound dodgy, right? So these are Westlers 4 economy burgers in onion gravy. So they use the term economy burgers. And then there's also a blurb that says pre-cooked burgers made from pork and mechanically separated chicken in onion gravy. Again, not screaming that these are top quality burgers in here, but they do sound interesting, and I'm keen to see what these things will be like when they're cooked up. They do, the picture of them over there does look quite nice. I'll give them that much. They do look nice in the picture. Then they say it pairs well with mash and a side of vegetables as a main meal. But then they can also say for a satisfying quick snack, serve in a burger bun drizzled generously with onion gravy. So I think, and they've also got a little picture over there of what they look like in their burger form, which again, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look too bad. So I think we're going to try and make some little burgers out of this. Let's get a closer look at what we're working with. There she is, Mealtimes Made Easy. Mum's choice. It certainly wouldn't be my mother's choice, but so be it. It does have a little traffic light system which isn't color coded, so I have no clue what it means. It's blue across the board, and a quarter of a can will set you back 131 calories. I'm assuming that these aren't going to be healthy. There's that little serving suggestion that doesn't look too bad. Cooking is fairly simple, right? They actually are pre-cooked, so it's just a matter of nuking them in the microwave for 2 minutes, stir, and then another minute, or you can just warm them up on the hob. Ingredients, there is a lot of stuff in these, as you imagine there would be. The main ingredients being 58% onion gravy, 42% is the burgers. Then the burgers contain 50% pork and 15% mechanically separated chicken. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what these are going to be like. I'm not expecting much, to be fair, but let's crack them open and see what's inside the can. The color of them doesn't look too bad. The color of the gravy, at least. I was expecting kind of just like a gray mush, but it has a bit of color. Let's right, there is the burgers. Let's see if we can there you can actually see a little bit of the meat under the gravy. They don't look the best. They don't smell that fantastic. They don't smell terrible, but they don't smell fantastic. Right, I'm going to get these heated up and make some burgers. I'll get back to you when we're ready for some eating. Right folks, this is our meal, freshly prepared. We've got one of the burgers just by itself. Then we have a double patty burger. We have a single patty burger with some McCain's Vibes on top of it. And then we're serving it with some McCain's Vibes. Back here we have the gravy for dippage. So let me give you a closer look at everything. This is what it looks like fresh out the microwave. I heated them in the microwave. It doesn't look magnificent, but at the same time, it doesn't look terrible. And I must say, it's now smelling a lot better than what it did when I opened the can. So the cooked version smells a lot better. That's the double burger. Here we have some McCain's vibes on it. Underneath we have the patty. The patties themselves aren't very big. They don't actually fill a burger bun. Initially, when I opened the can, they smelt like dog food. Well, that's what it reminded me of, at least. Now, it's smelling a whole lot better. It smells like real food. Not spectacular food, real food. But this is... Oh, how can I show you this patty? Let's get it on a fork. This is the patty. This is it. This is our burger in a can. Let's cut a piece off. So it did say these are pre-cooked. It doesn't look... It's like it got a very fine texture to it. These are pre-cooked, so it was just a matter of heating them. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm not expecting this to wow me. Let's hope it doesn't disgust me. Let's get into it. Okay, that's actually, to be fair, that's a lot better than I thought it would be. The texture is a bit weird. The texture is, it's kind of very, it holds its form. It's not falling apart, but it's very mushy when you bite into it. But there's a good pork flavor to it. I'll give it that much. I mean, the burger itself was 50% pork, 15% chicken, and the pork flavor is actually coming through quite nicely. That's not nearly as bad as what I thought it would be. And this gravy isn't actually all that bad either. It's not a bad onion gravy. It's not a spectacular onion gravy, but it's not a bad onion gravy. It just lacks a little bit of saltiness. For me, that's a personal preference. I would like the gravy to be a little saltier. That would be a good level up for this, in fact. But overall, not nearly as bad as what I thought it would be. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by them. And the gravy itself is actually also surprisingly good. For something that started out smelling like dog food and looking kind of dodgy, it sure has actually made itself a pretty good meal, to be fair. Let's try it in its burger form. Again, that's not bad at all. I wasn't expecting much from burgers in a can, but they're actually quite nice. Of course, we've got to try the dippage in the gravy. Let's see if this will get down the gullet. The more I'm eating these, the more I'm enjoying them. Serving it like this has also made quite a fun meal of it, right? You got the gravy to dip your burgers in and your chips in. That is working. That is working quite well for me. Let's see what this bad boy is about. I think this is going to be a nice level up, having the chips on it. It is a good level up. Let's dip it in our gravy again. These McCain's Vibes are salt and vinegar flavored ones, and it's actually going very nicely with it on that bun. It's giving it that little bit of saltiness that I said it was lacking, plus a little bit of a, what would you call it, a tartness from the vinegar. That's actually working very well with it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm suitably impressed. The texture of these are a little weird in terms of a burger patty. It's not quite the texture you would expect from a burger patty, but it does have a nice porky flavor to it. And this onion gravy ain't bad either. I am pleasantly surprised. I was expecting it to be far worse than what it is. And their suggestion of serving it with mash, from what I'm tasting here, this would go superbly with some mashed potatoes. I can actually see myself getting another can of these to try that. I think that would make quite a nice meal. I am pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting them to be as good as they are. I picked them up at B&M for £1.89, so I guess there's some good value for money there. Don't get me wrong, they're not wowing me. They just, you know, for something that started out smelling like dog food, they've turned out pretty damn good. I'll definitely get these again to try them with the mashed potato, because I think that would be quite a banging meal. After that, would I buy them again? They might be, they would serve a good purpose as something you keep in the cupboard. Being canned, they've got a long shelf life. So they could work well as something you keep in cupboard for those rainy days where you, you know, where you just need something out the cupboard. It wouldn't be my go-to, but I can see myself keeping a can on standby. One of those days you get home late from work, you couldn't be bothered cooking, pop it in the microwave. You got yourself a quick and easy meal. Some microwave mash with these, or much like we've done here, a couple of buns and the gravy to dip it in. Quick and easy meal to keep in the cupboard. Pleasantly surprised with these. I'm going to give them a solid 4-star. I didn't expect that from them. I really didn't expect that. A lot better than what I thought they would be. Right, with that said, as usual, I'm just over talking it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.